Alright, we have a new programmer coming on today, so I'm going to power level him with some tools that I've found useful. I'll start with Alfred. So you go ahead and download Alfred, then once it's installed, we're going to bind that to Capslock, because then you can do this, which I do probably hundreds of times per day. It's much more efficient than the Alt tab. And to do that, let's download this Karabiner elements. Right here, download that. Then once that's downloaded and installed, you're going to want to go to Simple Modifications, select Caps Lock, and bind it to F19, which shouldn't be a key on your MacBook Pro, which is handy because then we get an extra key. And then in Alfred, Preferences, we're going to go to General, and we're going to bind that hotkey to F19. So I'm pressing Caps Lock every time. You can buy the Power Pack, which you can use for workflows, which is pretty neat. One of the things that I use the most from the Power Pack is the clipboard. So with Command Option C, you can see, your clipboard is no longer limited to a single entry. So that's really, really useful. Let's go to how to make Alfred sexy. So there's lots of themes that you can find on this packle.org theme list. So you can go through here. You can look through all of them. Pick one you like. I like the Programmer's Solarized Dark. Wait, that doesn't seem right. I think it's a look for far. Yeah, look far, Solarized Dark. Then, on Alfred, you want to make sure that it starts on, after you install let's go here, import the theme, you download it, and then go to Preferences, and it'll import here, and then you can go here and Options. I hide the hat icon. Then what else? The right command to escape is pretty useful. The Karabiner elements. So Karabiner elements, right command to escape, because escape key. Otherwise, I'm pressing that with, say, my ring or index finger. That's taking my hand far from home row. Moom is something that I use for window management. So if I want to adjust a window, right? If I want to have something side by side, it's really useful. So let's go check that out. Moom. So you go here, download. It is $10. It's worth it. Then once you have it downloaded, let's go to Moom. Custom, so what you want. So you can add one, and then change to, I just want it to be half the screen. Bind it to some keybind. And if you bind something to the same keybind, it'll sequence them. So the keybinds that I have are Command-Shift-9 to go to the left-hand side of the screen, Command-Shift-0 to go to the right-hand screen, right 50%, I have Command Shift Y, which will, actually I was thinking about switching that back to Command Shift U, but I have it loop through the displays. So I have 3 displays, which I'll go over in a while, but it loops through the display and then maximizes it, the current window. I also have Command Shift U, which just maximizes, and then I have Command Shift 8, which does 50% at the bottom of the screen, and Command Shift 7, which 50% at the top of the screen. There's some other useful things that you can have in here. For example, I used to use the arrange windows on trigger automatically when switching to 3 displays, and then you can save a snapshot of your current, whatever your, say, workspace windows look like, and then when you plug in 3 displays, it will arrange the windows into that saved arrangement. So something in general you want to know is command comma. Go to preferences, which we're currently in, and you want to launch automatically on login. This Flux, which I'm currently using. Let's quit Flux for a minute. So as you can see, Flux adds an orange tint, which really helps out when you're staring at screens all day. You can get Twilight on your Android phone, does a similar thing, but yeah, you want to get Flux. So down Flux, and then you can adjust the tint to your desired, and it will start adding that orange tint as you're going, as it gets to your bedtime. So iTerm, so instead of using the default terminal, let's get iTerm. So download iTerm from here, and then you'll have this. You also want to download oh-my-zsh, ZSH. So you can do that with this command. And then you'll wind up with something like this, and you'll have a, you'll wind up with, a nice little get prompt. It will show your current branch and if it's dirty or not. It's really handy. Some things that you're going to want to have in your tool bag for keybinds are, you're going to want Ctrl R is probably one of the most useful commands. So you're going to be putting in a ton of commands, and you could keep notes of all of them, which is useful also, but you can also Ctrl R and then start searching, and you can hit Ctrl R again to iterate through results, and yeah, it's really useful. Another useful key is Ctrl A will go to the start of a command, Ctrl E will go to the end of a command, and then I've set up Option left and Option right to go cycle through word tokens left and right. So Option right will go 1 token at a time to the right, and Option left will go 1 token to the left. Ctrl A will delete from the cursor position to the end of the line. So that's Ctrl K. Let's learn how to set up those, the Option left and the Option rights. So Command comma, go to keys, and then go to add, and then you're going to go to send escape sequence, type B, record this to command left, then you hit OK, and you do a similar thing with, command forward with send escape sequence with F, then you're going to hit OK. Yeah. And then you can Option left and Option right. dock. So one of the things that I often see is people have these wonderful displays, but they keep the dock visible, right? Kills me. So let's go to System, Preferences, Dock. Change that to about small. You can probably adjust the magnification, and then you'll want to have this automatically hide and show the dock. Yeah. Then show hidden files in Finder. So you'll see these hidden files right here. By default, Finder doesn't show those. To show those, you run this command in terminal. You'll hit that and you run it. Stop. Doc. What the? Disable smart quotes. So smart quotes are sad. Let's go to keyboard. Go to text. Uncheck this. All right. They're hard to spot. They will cause bugs. Let's see, what else do you want to do in this neck of the woods? So we're going to disable two-finger swipe, mostly because when you're scrolling horizontally, it will flip the browser history to and fro. So let's go back to System Preferences, Trackpad. You'll go to More Gestures and uncheck this. Then we're also going to disable Natural Scroll. Check that. And then we're going to enable Tap to Click so we can take care of our fingers. So check that. Then let's go down. So some other stuff you want. I recommend a 3 display setup. So you have your laptop, which is where you're inputting. It's the keyboard that I use, and then one horizontal display directly above the laptop, and then one vertical display to, say, the right of the laptop. And I use pivot display rotation from the App Store to adjust the display rotation of my displays. I also recommend getting a lifty desk with programmable heights. I have an Evo desk, or an Evo, an Evo desk. It's really nice. It's got this bevel as well. I recommend getting some very comfortable headphones. Bose Quiet Comfort 35s are great. They charge quickly. They're wireless. I recommend taking tolerance breaks for caffeine and Adderall. Going to sleep early and getting enough sleep, and exercising. Something like Strong Lifts Beginner 5x5. Something with squats. And then here's a cheat sheet. One thing that we didn't go over is Command tilde or Command tick will cycle through applications. So I'm hitting Command tick to cycle through those, and that's really useful. All right, that's all the advice that I have for today. Good luck.